Hello, hello, hello. Let's do the intro. Hello, hello, hello. You're welcome to these live broadcast. It's another Friday. How are you doing? My name is Bisi, as you can see on the screen. It's exciting to be here today. How are you doing? Please let me know how you're doing, and also it'll be nice to know where you're watching from. How have you been faring, coping with the pandemic? And every other thing, family life, baby wearing, everything. I have to say, first of all, before starting this discussion, you know what we're talking about. What can you do with your woven wraps when you're no longer carrying? I have to say a huge thank you to all of you for the absolutely wonderful response to my blog post. I mean, I'm so touched. I am so touched. It is very difficult in this day and age to sort of like open your mind, if you know what I'm saying, in terms that it is very difficult to be vulnerable, if you know what I mean, because you don't know how it's going to be received. But I think sharing my worries, fears, and seeing how much love I have received in return, has really, really encouraged me, that I'm definitely doing the right thing, working hard, sharing my love for baby wearing, my love for babies as well with you all. Thank you so much for the response. I really, really appreciate it. So, yes, if you're watching this live broadcast, if you've not seen the blog post we're talking about, I want you to check it out. Okay, I'll probably talk about it briefly if I can at the end of this broadcast. But this live video is our weekly. We initially started with a weekly live video because I did mention at the beginning of the pandemic that I wanted to bring back these chat with BC live videos so that I can have a good opportunity to bond with my customers and viewers and Joy and Joe families and intending Joy and Joe families. We started with doing it every week and it got quite I won't say stressful, the kids are not in school, and I started doing it every 2 weeks. This particular video, I postponed it. I haven't done it for I think 3 weeks, so it's been a while I've been on screen. This is my first live video in like 3 weeks. I'm happy to be here. My name is BC again, Joy and Joy founder, also Joy, mother to Joy and Joseph. I'm going to be talking about what can you do with your woven wraps when you're no longer wearing. This broadcast was scheduled for 4 p.m. and I apologize, I'm doing it at this time. Many of you know how busy it's been. I had a couple of phone calls. Actually, I've just remembered that I did not put my phone on silent. So let's just hope my phone doesn't ring during this broadcast. Maybe it's a good reason for me to rush this video. Hope I won't overrush it so that my phone will not ring. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about, let me see if I can get it on screen. So leave a comment because your comments can pop up on the screen. I can put your comments on screen. Let me know what I want you to contribute to the discussion. So for those of you who are woven wrap users, what can you do, or what are the things you've already done with your woven wraps when you stop carrying? And for those who are watching this video, if you have no idea what baby wearing is about, I'm going to put a picture on the screen so you can understand what we're talking about. So this is an example of our woven wrap. And what we're talking about is what to do when you are no longer carrying. So when you're no longer carrying, so our woven wraps are sturdy, they're durable, they have all this fantastic, beautiful qualities that, and I've already talked about how we weave. So I won't go into the special qualities of woven wraps because we're not talking about stretchy wraps today. Stretchy wraps are definitely still slings. We're talking about woven wraps. And so you know how wonderfully strong and durable and beautiful woven wraps are. The patterns tell a story. But now, we rarely, and I think this is something that's happened, we rarely talk about the end of baby wearing. And this can be quite an emotional discussion because you know very well that even for me as the director of Joy and Joe, I have seen many families come and go. It can feel quite emotional when I think about some families that I haven't heard from. Because if you don't know, I have seen thousands of families come and go. Some of our families that I've known for years, 9 years, 8 years, they're still here, even though not actively wearing, but they are still part of the discussion. They're in our chatter group, like Anne. I've known Anne from way back, from when she started carrying her son with our stretcher wrap. But there are some families that as soon as their children reach the age where they're no longer using their woven wraps or no longer using the stretcher wraps, we don't actually see them again. And so I want to encourage you to please stick around because from the discussion today, you realize that there is so much that you can still do with your woven wraps. So even if you're not carrying, you know, there's still so much you can still do with your woven wraps. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let's see, do we have any comments? So I am looking forward to your comments. So just leave a comment down below so I can put your comments on the screen. I'm going to get the presentation on because I have prepared a presentation for you. And this was actually what took my time. I was preparing the presentation for you. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I think this is the presentation. Okay. So let's go to the first page of the presentation. Okay, so we're talking about what to do with your woven wraps when you are no longer wearing or when you're no longer carrying. So I always say that the best aspect of these live broadcasts happens in the comment section. So don't leave me hanging. I know some of you will be watching this on a replay. It's very important for me to know what you think, for me to know what you do with your woven wraps when you're no longer carrying, or what you intend to do with your woven wraps when your baby wearing journey is over. So yes, that brings me back to what I was talking about. That the fact that I've seen many families come and go, I sometimes do wonder what they do with their woven wraps. So what do you do with your woven wraps when you're no longer carrying? It'll be interesting to know what you've done with your woven wraps, or during the period of time where you stopped carrying, what have you done with your woven wraps? So leave a comment and let me know. Also, it'll be interesting to also know where you are watching us from as well. Hi, Lorna. How are you, Lorna? It's really nice to have you here. So yes, if you're watching this on a replay, please don't forget your contributions to the discussion matters because I don't think I know it all. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know what you think, what you do with your woven wraps. Leave a comment. Also, it'll be interesting for me to know the reach of our videos. So this is probably one of our, I think we've done close to probably 500 videos. I need to check the exact figures, but it'll be interesting to know the countries that are watching us, where you're watching, what country you represent. Sorry, let's put this phone on silent. Okay, so it'll be interesting to know what country you're watching us from. Let me know. Are you watching us from the UK? Because I'm in St. Helens. It would be nice to know where you are, from Wales, from Ireland, from other parts of Europe, from Africa, from India, from the USA, anywhere. Please let me know. It'll be interesting to know where you're watching us from. Thank you. So I will go to the presentation. So the First thing I'm going to be talking about is the different, let's get these up on screen. Oh no, that's a smaller screen. I think a bigger screen will be better. A bigger screen will be better. Okay. So, yeah, let's enlarge this. Okay, I need to be sure that you can see this. Okay, so what are the things that you can do? These are some of the ideas that I was able to brainstorm on. So if you have any other ideas, like I said, I would love to hear from you. So the first thing I wrote here is pass your woven wrap on to friends, family, and or your own children. Yes, there is love in sharing. If your baby wearing journey is over, which like I said is always emotional for me because I don't get to see you send us emails or interact with us in our chat groups. So then we start feeling lonely. Okay. But for you as well, you know, your children are no longer wrapped in your beautiful woven wrap, and then your wrap is just there in your wardrobe. What you can do is you can actually spread the baby wearing love by passing your woven wrap on to friends and families. I mean, this is how I got to learn about baby wearing because in Africa, where I was born and raised, you will find that we actually move on our carrying cloth from generation to generation. So, like my mom told me stories of how our own mom carried her in the same cloths as she used to carry me, and it is very, very heartwarming. Or please help me with the adjectives. How can I describe, like, how can you describe it to know that your mom or your dad has carried you with the same cloth that they've been carried with, something like that. You are sort of like passing on the baby wearing love from generation to generation. I can't think of anything sweeter than that. Very, very sweet. And also, I really believe in, sharing in sense that when friends can actually borrow or lend carriers from their friends, it can save you money. And yeah, even for friends who have never thought about carrying, you can even encourage them to carry. So yes, you can definitely pass your woven wrap on to friends. You can also consider donating it to charity, so your wrap can go to completely new families that you don't even know. Just imagine how fantastic it is to know that you are doing something great for someone who cannot reciprocate. You're doing something great for charity to help someone in need, someone who cannot actually do something back in return. I didn't have the time to list the charities, but I do know that there are some charities specifically who request carriers. I don't particularly think they request woven wraps, but they like to request, they actually need soft structured carriers, maybe ring slings, and they give it to maybe families that are experiencing war or natural disasters. In particular, I do know that there is a charity that's based in Greece, and they actually donate these carriers to, I don't know how their names escape my memory right now, but they actually give these carriers to refugee families or to families on low income. I think Dr. Rosie also has a scheme like that. I think, you see, I didn't have enough time to list charities, but I can come back later, or some of our families can actually list. So please help me list charities that that actually accept woven wraps. If we have charities that accept carriers, it'll be nice to know. Okay. I'll pop back into the studio to see what you're saying. I'm in the kitchen, by the way. So distracted seeing how windy it is because I just looked out. So let's see. Lorna made me blush with her comment. Thank you, Lorna. Jenny, one of our brand ambassadors. Hello, Jenny. Jenny's live video was fantastic, by the way, yesterday. You need to watch it. Honestly, you need to watch it, especially knowing full well that some of us are not as active during these lockdown. Jenny's live video was very interactive. It was fun. It's it was really, really educational as well, to be able to know what you can do with your baby in your wrap. So please watch it. You can find it right here on our Facebook page. Thank you very much. Okay, let me see. I think there's some good ideas coming up here from Lorna as well. Lorna said, I'm keeping special ones. I love that. I love that. It would be nice for your grandchildren to know that their grandmother has kept something. It will mean that you've looked after your wrap. You've really done very well to look after your wrap and you spread the love. I cannot think of any other way to preserve family history other than that. It's fantastic. Jenny said, I have one to keep. I will have to keep one, although no idea which for grandchildren. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna whisk through the other. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this comment out of this particular so that you can see everything. Okay, so yeah, I think that's probably better so you can see. All right. So I also want to suggest that you could get crafty with your woven wraps. It's always very, very what's the word now? And I don't know why these words are escaping my head. It is always very scary, if you know what I mean, to put a scissors through your woven wrap. But actually, don't be scared to, especially if you're definitely sure that you're not having more children and you don't want to donate your wrap or you don't want to give someone. You can actually get crafty, put a pair of scissors, be brave, and come up with something new and different, that something useful that you can use. And you'll see some ideas I'll be sharing. So yes, you can get crafty and make things with your woven wrap. Don't forget that even though your woven wrap was woven specifically for carrying, it is still textile. Textile meaning that it can be cut. Okay, you can still cut it and do stuff with it. Obviously, if you still want to carry, don't destroy your wrap. Okay, so upholstery. I think I've seen someone do this, but this is one of the things that I personally look forward to doing when I decide I will no longer be carrying. That's if I'm carrying right now, because I'm hoping I will still carry. I still want to carry, still need more babies. So yes, when I decide I don't need my woven, because I do have wraps that I'm keeping for myself, for more babies, or when I decide I don't need these wraps anymore, what I intend to do is, there is no time to show you, but it's so easy because I am in lots of DIY upcycling groups where I have seen people use fabric to bring back life to their old furnitures. You need a huge pair of, there is this upcycling scissors stapler. There is particular terminology that people who do DIY actually use for them. They are giant pair of giant pair of staplers. They're like industrial staplers, and you can actually spread the fabric, your wrap, over the furniture and just start stapling it. By the time you're done, your furniture looks completely new. Just imagine having your wrap in a beautiful pattern, especially if it's your favorite woven wrap pattern. That would be nice. If any of you get around to doing this, post a picture in our chat group. Like I said, you can also be part of the discussions. Don't feel like because you're no longer carrying, you can't join in discussions. If you've done something with your woven wrap, as long as it's something you chose to do, okay, you feel free to, join our chat. And I'll probably pop a link in the comment section to let you know. So if you've not joined our chat group, you can find it. So you can join the discussion and show off what you've done with your woven wrap. Okay. Make clothes, scarves. I did say to you that you should not be scared to make things, because the clothes, the scarves, they are still things that will be useful for you. So yes, there was a time when we had someone make these coats, really lovely coats for kids from some of our woven wraps, and I actually gave them out. And I think Lorna also made us some hats as well. Lorna made us this cute hat with woven wraps. So woven wraps are beautiful. Honestly, because they're used for carrying, doesn't mean that when you're completely done with them, they should just sit in your wardrobe. You will not believe how beautiful woven wraps can look when they're made into clothes and scarves. I do need some water, but I don't want to get up. Wall hangings. Yes, I actually have some of these in our store. So I'm right at home. Otherwise, I will have showed you how this can look. You need the canvas. They sell these in pound shops or B&Q. You just wrap your fabric, your woven wrap fabric over it, and then start stapling. That same industrial stapler I told you about can be used to make this. You can make this in 10 minutes. You can literally transform your home by decorating your house with wall hangings. Maybe a time will come when I'll actually get practical and show you how I've made some things that some wall hangings that I have made with woven wraps. It would actually require planning for me to be able to show you. Maybe when we're back to the shop, I can show you some of the things I've made with woven wraps. Soft toys, yes. I do know very well that I think this was when Joseph was born. They said there's this particular lady who she's a tailor. She said if you send us some of the clothes that your babies wore when they were preemies, you don't need them again, but we can just turn them into soft toys. How nice is that? So the memories that you've been through in the ICU or whatever, they're all locked into that soft toy. That's the same way I view this. You can turn your woven wraps into soft toys. You do need to be aware that if you're planning to do this commercially, you certainly have to have CE's certificate. But let's not go into all that. Things get complex. I'm talking about things you can make for yourself. Okay, there are patterns on Etsy, online, on YouTube that you can definitely use. Head wrap. Now, I hope I'm not talking too fast, but I'm very aware that I don't want this in more than 20 minutes. But head wraps, I was looking for a better picture. I have a lovely picture of myself and Lorna in head wraps. We have these lovely SMP scarf. I don't know why, I just couldn't find the picture, so I had to use this one. And somehow Canva cropped my head, but I hope you can still see the picture. I hope you can still see it. Just to give you an idea of what you can do. This is like a third of the width of a wrap. So yes, because your wrap is used for wrapping, it can definitely be used as a head wrap as well. It can be really, really beautiful. I have a tutorial for head wraps. I can post the link. If you need one, tell me. I can post it in the comment section later. See if we have more comments. Jennifer said, we've been using our size 7 as a hammock. Greetings from Leeds. Hello. It's really lovely to have you here, Jennifer. Thank you so much for your comments. It's interesting to hear that you've used your wrap as a hammock. That's a really good idea. In actual fact, I actually have that somewhere in my slide. Hammock. That's a really good. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I don't have COVID, by the way, but I'm just coughing. I will keep my wrap and lend them out. Good idea. And keep for the future generations. Fantastic idea. Hello, Carissa. Oh, it's lovely to have you here. Lorna said, I think I've seen this one. I think I've seen that comment. Okay, so I really love the ideas that Jennifer shared. Thank you so much for your comments. So, and you can use your apps for capes, clothes, ponchos. The beautiful thing about woven wrap is that due to the unique width they have, like how wide they are, you can literally convert them. So yeah, it is very possible for you to make this. I do know very well that Baselinks actually, can't remember the name of the exact business, but they have a business where they can help you convert your woven wraps to capes and ponchos. It's really fantastic service. If you're interested, I think you should probably get in touch. It's beautiful to be able to have your woven wraps in another form that you can actually wear on a daily basis. And the British weather, it'll be useful to have your woven wraps as something that you can wear all the time when you're no longer carrying. So the other thing is you can save your woven wrap to use during childbirth. Yes. So for those of you like me who love babies, when your baby wearing when your baby carrying is over, you can basically just keep your wrap for when you are having when you're giving birth. I do know very well that rebosos, you can basically use your wrap for support during childbirth. Please look into these, research these, because obviously it might not apply to every form of birth, but I do know very well that a lot of people have used. If there's something you've done, I think it'll be interesting to hear from anyone who's tried this before. Have you used your woven wrap? And it's because of the strength of the woven wrap, so you can pull on them. But I cannot go into the details. If you've actually done this, if you've used the woven wrap during childbirth for support, please let me know. Leave a comment, share your knowledge, and let everyone learn from you. So what's happening to the next slide? Uh-oh. Is this the internet or something? Oh no. Oh, what's happening to look at that? Oh, my slides. Oh gosh. To my surprise, my slide is, I'm just going to refresh and see if I can get my slide back up, okay? Sorry about this. Let's get my slide back up. Okay. I'm just going to enlarge this. Somehow my slide. Okay, so yes, you can use your woven wrap as a hammock for your kids, for yourself, and for your pets. Look how beautiful that looks. You can just, if you've got trees in your back garden, you can just attach them, and you can, I'm sure there are tutorials on YouTube that you can absolutely follow to actually create this. And I do know very well that similar to how you can use the woven wraps in for childbirth, you can also use the woven wraps for fitness. You're trying to be fit, so you can even use your woven wraps as well. Do look into this. I want you to know how versatile your woven wraps are. So yes, your woven wraps can do more than sit in your wardrobe when you're no longer carrying. So fitness aid, yes. So you can convert your woven wraps to other form of carriers. I think this should be the first point, or after donation, this should be the third point. You can convert your woven wrap to other forms of carriers. So I do know very well that sometimes maybe you're carrying with a woven wrap and you want to experience other types of carriers like Maydais or Ombuhimos. You might decide to send it off to some companies. I cannot remember. There is a particular company in there are some in the UK as well, but I can't even. I'm sorry. I think I need some sleep. I can't even remember them all. But I'm sure you know some of them, or you can leave them in the comment section where you can send them your woven wrap and you can convert it to other forms of carriers like soft structured carriers or Ombuhimos or Maydais. We don't have that services yet, but hopefully in future we will have it. I promise. But I do know that we are hoping to have a service where we can also help you convert your woven wraps to ring sling. In actual fact, we've done that for a few customers before, where maybe if the particular ring sling needed was sold out, we have converted woven wraps to ring slings. Okay, and this particular point is really popular. I don't know why it's at the end of my slide, but I'm sure some of you already do that. And it's sell your woven wraps. Yes, you can sell your woven wraps because the way woven wraps are woven, they are woven to last for a long time. And you're lucky that your Joy and Joy wraps are really durable. We use specific types of weaves such that I have seen some of our woven wraps be woven 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and they still look so new. Yeah, it's not like the owners are not wearing them, but it's because they're so durable. So yes, you can definitely sell your woven wraps on. This is not something, we don't sell the woven wraps for you, but I do know that families on our chatter group, that's our Joy and Joy will be wearing FSOT, and you'll see the you can actually see it on our screen. Let me see if I can find it. I can find the Joy and Joy baby wearing FSOT. Let's go to the banner so you can. Yeah, so it's the Joy and Joy baby wearing FSOT. So FSOT is for sale or trade. So yes, people do go to groups because that's where you can meet other like-minded parents, baby wearing parents. You can advertise your slings and you can sell. So we will not sell the slings for you, even though it's our group, but you will sell it yourself, advertise. Parents will indicate if they want this. And I think it's a great idea because there are many of our woven wraps that we haven't rewoven. Maybe there were special limited editions, or the yarns or the colors are sold out, are no longer available. So buying from people who buying pre-love means that you can still get some of the slings that are sold out, some of our old slings. So yes, do check out Joy and Joe Baby Wearing for sale or trade group or charter group. There are some other non-Joy and Joe sale. In fact, there are tons of them. Okay, there is one, Baby Wearing FSOT, and you can also possibly use platforms like eBay to sell your. I'm sure you know what to do anyway with that, but I think that's a good idea to add. I can't think of any other. I think those are the points that I've added, but maybe some of you have other ideas that I haven't shared. Please leave a comment. I'm curious. I need to know if there's something I have missed. Is there anything else I've missed? Um, I think off my head, because I did this literally a few minutes before starting this live video. So I hope I haven't missed any important points. So do remind me if there's anything else that you can use your woven wraps for. I need to know. Maybe I have forgotten. I need to know. It'll be interesting to know what you've done with what you intend to do. Maybe if you've not done that with your woven wraps when you are no longer carrying. So yes, I have reached the end of, round about the end of my newsletter, my live broadcast, because I have newsletters in mind. Straight popped into my head. So, do you receive our email newsletters? I know that Megan has actually sent one out today. So yes, do you receive our newsletters? We don't spam. You possibly only get our emails maybe once or twice a month, maybe a bit more regularly, once a week, if we have something interesting to share with you, any special offers or something. But it's nice for you to be able to be a part of our VIP list, if you know what I mean, because sometimes when we have informations and when we have news we want to share, we share it with our email subscribers first. And don't forget as well, I have mentioned these before, the Joy Angel Baby Wearing, and it's free to join, by the way, because I do know that some groups are not free. I mean, not baby wearing, but yeah, there are some groups that you do have to pay to join. But this is completely free. You get to interact with our other Joy Angel Baby Wearing families and our ambassadors and me as well. So I've asked you about our blog posts, and even if you're not, so it's even if you've not received our newsletter, you can find these on our website. I'll see if I can share this with you. Let's do it quick. Let's do it quick. Let's do this quick because I am rounding up. Okay. All right. So, I'm just going to show you the blog pretty quick. Let's see if we have it on screen. So this is the blog post that I wrote. And I think in a way, it's probably the reason why I couldn't come on live video really quickly. I feel like opening up really drained me because I dug into emotions that I really, working mom, busy mom, I rarely go there. Sometimes you just put them aside and you just keep plodding on. But it really, really, I felt quite low. And I don't know if it's obvious on screen that I have tried to be cheerful for you like I am always. But I don't know if it's obvious from how I look today that I have done a lot of crying. Yes, I have, even though I am smiley, smiley Bisi. But yes, I have had to remember some things I necessarily don't want to remember. But this is the title of the blog post. I hope you can see it. When George Floyd cried out for Mama. I would not be talking about these because everything you need to know is there. The response has been absolutely amazing. I am grateful to the baby wearing industry. You need to check it out and let me know what you think. It'll be nice to also remind you that our linen ring sling is still there. It's fantastic for the weather. Our sale specifically for our linen ring sling is still ongoing. It's only £28, and you get a reusable bag with gold Joy and Joe label, and you can use for your makeup. The bag is fantastic. It's zipped. It's reusable. Reuse as much as possible. don't throw it away. And then you get your ring sling, which is so lightweight. If you see how flat your ring sling, when it literally reaches you, it's so light you will not believe that it's a ring sling in there. And that's the beauty of ring slings. I would love to know, have your feedback. Um, some of the things you've been hearing about the linen ring sling is fantastic. Never mind, some of you have told me, Bisi, we want prettier colors. Yes, we'll get there. I promise you, we're thinking about it. For now, we wanted to start with gray because gray is so universal. It's not gender specific. You can wear it, dad, mom, anybody. And also, it's easy to wash. But anyway, I've talked about ring slings before. I'm not going to go into it, but I want to encourage you to have a go with our linen ring sling if you're looking for a lightweight carrier for the spring, summer. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I don't want to finish the live video and think, is there anything else I haven't told you? I can't think of anything else. Let me see if there's anything I have not said. Any comments I haven't shared. Sarah, hi Sarah. Sarah said our local maternity unit has woven wraps. Wow, I love that. That is, you see, this is why I love to hear from you. So I can also learn. I've never heard of this before. That is really, really good. So I didn't even have an idea that some maternity units actually have woven wraps just, there for mothers, in birthing rooms for support. That is fantastic. That is really impressive. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you. And Carissa said, I've used hammocks and to make dens are fantastic. I can only sign it because I don't even have a picture up for dens. But yes, if you have a picture for wrap dens that you've made, please inspire other people by leaving a comment below. It'll be interesting to see, please. Yes, I love that photo as well. And the wrap was pretty colorful. Hello, Sally. Hi, Sally. Hi, Jake. How is Jake? Carissa said, I saw a local one has one room. That's interesting. And Sarah said, our kids use them. That's another fantastic. How did I miss this? How did I miss blankets? Like blankets. They're so, because wraps are literally, due to the tight weave, the way they're woven, you can literally also use wraps, for throws, for blankets, you see. I just didn't remember to put that. And even though we have throws that are made from our woven wrap fabric, I really ought to have remembered and put a picture up. So yeah, I'm sorry, but Sarah, it's fantastic that you've mentioned this point. Thank you so much. I really want to appreciate everyone for joining this discussion today. Thank you so much. And I want to wish you a lovely weekend, and hopefully I'll catch up with you in 2 weeks' time. I need to stop. Yeah. So we're going to have another topic in 2 weeks' time, but I need to know what you'd like me to talk about. Okay. Please suggest what will you like me to talk about in 2 weeks' time, and I will catch you in 2 weeks' time with another Friday live broadcast. Catch you later. Bye.